Hi, this is Tom Kane, the voice of Jedi Master Yoda. And this is Inside the Force. Listen, you will. Foreseen it I have, yes.
It is a period of Star Wars mania, as new movies, comic books, novels, and TV shows populate the system. Fueled by their love and passion for the galaxy far, far away, two exceptional geeks tap into hundreds of holocrons in order to bring you the knowledge and insight of all things Star Wars. Come and join them as they go inside the Force.
Welcome back, everyone, to Inside the Force. David Cottingham here, along with, as always, Casey Cooley.
Hello, everybody.
Welcome back. We are excited to talk this week to you because we have kind of a bit of an announcement.
Yes.
I guess.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Change of plans.
Along with, I don't know if anybody's noticed, but I don't even know how long ago. It's been a couple weeks, but we kind of changed our logo.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know if we mentioned. Did we ever mention that?
I think you mentioned it with Corey when he subbed.
Oh,
for me.
that's right. That's right. So we got a new logo, which I'm so much more into this logo than I guess the other one.
Yeah.
It's kind of more Star Wars traditional, I guess, in a sense.
It pops more. It's good.
It does pop more. And it doesn't make you think about what the hell ITF stands for.
I don't know. I don't know.
Or if you even
Forget
thought
about
it looked like an ITF.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Forget about
So
it.
weird symbols.
So along with the logo change, we're basically going to change the format of this show. It's kind of been, I guess, brewing in a sense in both our heads because of the whole canon, Legends development, what is canon, and the fact that they're linking every medium is going to be linked, which is phenomenal.
Yes.
And we've always said, I can remember we've always said from the beginning that Casey and I are both really canon-oriented Star Wars fans.
Mm-hmm.
Now I know you dabbled a lot into the expanded universe.
Yeah, and I actually need to say, because I recently moved into an apartment with my wife, and I was unloading all of my books, and I had boxed all my Star Wars books up, and I was thinking I have like limited shelves because now I'm sharing my bookshelves, and so I was like, I have no room for my Star Wars books. I'm like, well, why am I even going to put them out on the bookshelf? I'm not going to read them ever again.
That's right.
So I kept them in the box, and now I'm just going to keep it in storage. So I'm sorry. Like I'm not going to throw them away.
But now no, absolutely not.
Yeah.
But now you have books coming out that you'll replace them with.
Oh gosh, yes, absolutely.
Novels and trades if you want to buy trades, of these canon comics that are coming out. So yeah, I did the same. I don't have nearly as many as you do.
Yeah.
But like I have like the Han Solo trilogy and Shadows of the Empire and some of the like Throne books. Yeah, they're all gone. The only thing I have on my shelves are the movie novelizations, which are canon, kind of.
Yeah, and actually, they had just released like a new ebook version, like of a junior novelization of Episode 4.
I heard that. Yeah,
and I wonder if they, I mean, it's a junior novel, so it's more condensed, but like that might be the more canon version of the novelizations than what.
And I bet you it's like right out of the movie.
Yeah.
I bet you like everything is straight out of the movie. So yeah, I definitely anticipate them re-releasing those novelizations again because they've done it before and they've fixed things that weren't canon.
Yeah.
Or contradicted. So I definitely think that we'll get those again. So what we plan on doing to all you avid listeners, for one, thank you so much for listening.
Yeah.
and being a part of the show. But we're not going to change drastically. But the main thing that we are going to do is focus on is the canonization of all these mediums and basically report all of these mediums to you, because we're going to dive into everything. It's not like you're just going to get movie and TV stuff from us. You're going to get movies, TV, books, comics, and games.
Yeah.
You're going to get it. We're going to hit on every one of those topics each show, whatever we have to report on those. Obviously, we will review everything that comes out. We're just going to, and then obviously we're going to try to talk to more people and get some more insight on all this stuff. So the one thing I guess we're really changing is the profiling.
Yeah.
Because we were profiling, we got to the point where we were profiling so many, 61 different profiles kind of. And unless you kind of dived in the expanded universe of that character or location or affiliation, we couldn't really spend that much time on it. And this stems from kind of what you brought up to me, and you can go ahead and talk about this, Casey, about what happened with Wikipedia.
Yeah, I mean, just going through, because we've been doing Jedi season, and I was trying to find out like a new thing to talk about the Jedi, so I just scanned through Wikipedia to see what we could talk about. Immediately when I went to the Jedi page, I saw two tabs at the top of the article. There's a Legends tab and there's a Canon tab. If you click on the Legends tab, well, that's actually the tab it automatically takes you to. So, everything's there, everything's normal in the Legends tab. So if you click over to Canon, it's like a teeny tiny little paragraph talking about the Jedi, and it's literally just the bare minimum of what you know from the movies. Like basically what Obi-Wan Kenobi talks about in episode 4, and Yoda talks about in 5 and 6, and then what Qui-Gon talks about in episode 1. Like it's like very little bits of information about the Jedi because it's canon. So all we know about the Jedi is all we see in the movies and the TV show. And then I looked around, like all these other articles do the same thing. Like I looked up lightsaber or all these other things. And like The Chosen One has like a canon article. But if you go to like pages like Mara Jade or Cal Katarn, they're only Legends. Like it says Legends at the top, and no canon tab. So that kind of confirms like they are strictly EU or Legends, and not canon. Not canon law or whatever. So it's a very interesting, very cool change that Wikipedia has done. And I'm excited to see those articles expand.
And the canon, I noticed I kind of clicked around through different people and like Yoda and Sidious and Vader. And what they're doing, basically what they have done is that whenever you see something that's canon on Wikipedia, they're taking it directly from the encyclopedia on StarWars.com.
Oh yeah.
So if you've been going to StarWars.com, they've redid their entire, and I think I saw on there like somewhere around 2010, 2011, because they used to include, StarWars.com used to include all of the EU stuff on there. At some point around that time, they dumped all of that, and they basically really just focused on what happened in the movies and what happened in the latest Star Wars Clone Wars series. And so when you go on there and like read, like you said, read about the Jedi, it's only like whatever you read there, it's on on StarWars.com. It's just like a couple paragraphs about the Jedi.
Yeah.
You read Yoda, it's like a paragraph. And it's funny because I always questioned, like on StarWars.com, like after you read the Jedi, at the very kind of towards the bottom, it says read more on Wikipedia.
Yeah.
And it has a link. But now it makes complete sense, because by doing that, it's almost like, are they acknowledging that,
Yeah.
Well, now, since those tabs are on there, it's completely clear that they are kind of acknowledging it, but, go to Wikipedia if you want to read the Legends stuff.
Right.
So that's a very cool, like you just said, is a very cool thing, I think, that they're doing.
Yeah.
And that's where we kind of came up with this, is that we want to stick with basically the canon encyclopedia. And if we did that, we just wouldn't really have much of a show profile-wise, because we'd be just kind of reading a paragraph within like
Yeah.
the first 2 minutes.
Yeah. And done.
And done.
Yep.
On the news, so I would rather, obviously I was hoping maybe we'd wait until we had material to change over, but we might as well just make the move now and get to just talking about what's coming and what you can expect from all these different genres, because there is news coming out on every piece. So I guess we both hope that you still stick with us. We'll, I know the profiling part was just kind of a little bit of what we did on the show anyway, but we want to just transition into being more of a, I mean,
informative
we still talked
news.
About, yeah. I mean, we still talked about all that stuff.
Yes.
But now that's really our focus now, is really just talking about what's coming and diving into everything and consuming everything that comes out and kind of reporting on that, telling you what's good and what's bad. I mean, we'll even tell you if something's not worth reading, I guess. I mean,
yeah.
So, I don't know. Is there anything else to kind of say about that?
I mean, it's just, I'm glad that Lucas, or I guess Disney, is kind of solving all these issues that we've been raising regarding like all their continuity, and I'm just excited. Like, now we will be able to we're going to be able to focus now more. Like when Rebels comes out, instead of maybe creating a whole new podcast for Rebels, like we'll be able to focus on Rebels in this podcast, and we'll be able to focus on giving like detailed book reviews instead of just summarizing it, because we get the profile here and there. But no, I mean we'll still be.
True.
You're like, hopefully your number one stop for all information regarding Star Wars, because now we're all on the same playing field. We're all learning together.
That is correct. And and that's the thing too, is when we started this a little over a year ago, there wasn't nothing to talk about, really. We knew a movie was coming.
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't have I guess we had the news a little bit about a TV show coming. Mm-hmm. But, there was nothing about this whole canon talk at all. We still thought we were going to get, Dark Horse Comics. We still thought we were going to get, games here and there, like Force Unleashed and 1313. And but nothing was supposed to be connected, in a sense. It was all EU based. I mean, it's just times change, and, we're going to adapt to it. And that's true. And we have nothing... We have no one but Disney to thank, because this is the way Star Wars should be.
Yeah.
It should be a universal continuity where anybody, whatever medium they enjoy, they can share it with the same person that enjoys a different medium.
Right.
That's just phenomenal to think of like that. I mean, it's awesome.
Gosh. We're in a great, exciting time.
It is, man. Especially, our kid's going to grow up just knowing that everything they dive into is all related.
I know. Yeah.
That is an incredible feeling.
I'm glad I can see it starting and like know what it was like before.
That's
and
right.
Know what it's like now. Like it's just great. I feel like I'm a part of something amazing.
It is, yeah. And I mean, again, we said it 100 times, but like just sitting, watching episode 7 is going to be like, the most surreal thing probably that I'll ever experience.
Yeah. I mean, we haven't really geeked out enough, I don't think, in how they're filming episode 7 right now.
Right now.
Like it's being shot. That's nuts.
I know. And I had that feeling, it's funny because I had that feeling when they were shooting episode 1. Mm-hmm. But you always the difference is you knew you were getting episode 1.
Yeah.
Eventually you knew, because 4, 5, and 6 were named 4, 5, and 6. So it's like, okay, you can't just have 4, 5, and 6 out there without a 1, 2, and 3, right?
Right.
So you knew you were going to get 1, 2, and 3 eventually.
Yeah.
But I never, there was rumors that he had a 7, 8, 9 in mind.
Yeah.
But come on, no one knew you were going to get 7, 8, 9.
Yeah.
Especially after what a lot of people, Star Wars fans, regard as Lucas destroying their childhood with 1, 2, and 3.
Right.
It's like, wait a minute, there's no way he would ever attempt to make 789.
Yeah.
But he's not making it.
That's true.
And this is, I mean, it's just, like you said, the excitement of it is just knowing that they're shooting, knowing that they freaking rebuilt the Millennium Falcon.
Yes.
I mean, scale. Oh man, this is it is mind blowing, and what a great transition. Let's get into one of the segments we obviously will be talking about is the movie episode 7 that is coming December 15th, December 18th, 2015. A lot of stuff came out this week on it, Casey. What we got?
Well, I guess the biggest thing, I mean, this came out kind of right after we recorded, I feel like, last week's episode, but the newest casting additions for episode 7, 2 females.
Yes.
You have Lupita Nyong'o and Gwendolyn Christie have joined the cast of Star Wars episode 7. We do not know yet, as you know, with all the other new guys, we don't know who they are going to play. All sorts of rumors have come about, and like saying either Lupita is going to play Asajj Ventress, or maybe like, you know, Obi-Wan's grandniece. That, you know, rumors going around still, or like Gwendolyn Christie's going to be, because she's like a tall person. I've never seen Game of Thrones, unfortunately, so I don't know.
I have not either.
So I hear that she's a very dominating force in that show, and people have been talking about who she can be, probably a Sith or something like that. But this, yeah, I mean, that's all I can report on, because that's all we know is that they're just reported to be in the movie, and it hasn't been said yet whether or not they've already shot some scenes. You know, nothing's done there, but they both have Twitter accounts, and I'm following them closely to see if they tweet anything. It seems like Lupita's Twitter account is mostly handled by her, I guess, her marketing team or something
assistant
like that.
or somebody. Yeah.
But it seems like Gwendolyn Christie does her own tweets, I believe. But that's pretty exciting. Got two we heard that we were going to get a new female role, but, you know, boom, they casted 2 female roles, and that's very exciting. Already, like, Lupita's an Oscar-winning actress, so that's right. They have several Oscar winners and nominees in this movie. Like, this is a heavy cast. It's nuts. And so, more with the movie, not much else. J.J. Abrams has released the picture of a letter that he wrote regarding the leaked photos that TMZ published a week and a half ago, and it's pretty cool because this letter talking about how, you know, he wished people would stop looking at leaked photos, and he says, "I would also wish stop making the ridiculous claim that the Millennium Falcon is in the movie." And this letter is on the table of that little chess board, like the Star Wars chessboard on the Millennium Falcon. So it's, you know, he's being a little cheeky there, basically saying, yes, of course, the Millennium Falcon is in the movie, and there's, you know, he's standing right in it as they do it. So, and there's actually been a photo released just the other day of Abrams with Kathleen Kennedy and I think a politician somewhere in London, with R2-D2. And they're actually standing next to the set of the Falcon being built. So, you know, of course, Millennium Falcon's going to be in it. And we kind of already knew that. Yeah. There's nothing new there. And anything else? With episode 7, besides John Boyega Instagramming and tweeting like crazy, you know, teasing everybody, getting everybody excited, you know, and Daisy Ridley is also tweeting a lot. Other than that, there's not much else, but in regards to the spin-offs or the standalone films, they've released the director for the second standalone film, and that is going to be Josh Trank, who directed Chronicle. And I believe, I'm not sure if is he doing the new Jurassic Park? I'm not sure. But anyways, I think he is. But Josh Trank directed Chronicle. He is now directing
he's working on the Fantastic Four.
Fantastic Four, that's right. Okay, Fantastic Four.
Yes.
So there's no release date as of now for the second standalone film. I assume it's going to be, I guess this will be after episode 8, right?
This will be if they do a movie a year, this will be 2018.
Right. Yes, because episode 8 is 2017.
Correct.
And this will be 2018. So yeah. So we got a few years. Quite a few years. But that's exciting.
But more likely they'll be working, you know, the great thing about these standalones is they can be shooting while the other movies are shooting.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So
yeah, that's fantastic.
it's not the same crew, not the same cast. Now, what did you think of Chronicle? Did you see Chronicle?
I did see Chronicle finally. I liked Chronicle a lot. I mean, I don't know. I really like the found footage idea. So I don't know if I haven't seen any other Josh Tranks' films. I don't think he's really done much of anything else. But I mean, I liked the movie. You know, the actors were pretty good for the most part. I don't know if they're ready for. I don't know because he's using some of those guys in the Fantastic Four. So I don't know necessarily if they're Star Wars capable, but
I tell you what, that Michael B. Jordan, he was up. You know, he was rumored to be in Star Wars for a long time.
Yeah,
I would bet almost my everything that he will be in a Star Wars
probably
movie because he is very good.
He's good, and Michael Dehan. Was that the guy who's the kind of gets the villain of Chronicle?
Yes,
he's very
Harry
typecast.
Osborn, right?
Yeah, he's Harry Osborn. I just see him as that role. It's just hard. He's typecast to me. Like I can't see him in doing anything else. But and actually, Josh Trank, if you go, I should tweet this. I don't know why I haven't yet. But a buddy of mine brought this to my attention. Cody Geiler. He showed me a YouTube video that Josh Trank created and directed.
Oh, the Leia thing.
Yes. And he made
saw
this
that.
before Chronicle, like when I guess he was just maybe like a student.
That's what got him the Chronicle job, I think.
Oh, okay, because it makes sense because it's like a found footage Star Wars kind of thing, and it's really cool. Like it's
really cool.
It's awesome, and so,
it's very. I mean, it's very. The quality of it is horrible, but it's kind of supposed to be like that.
Yeah.
But no, it's very good, and because like the stormtrooper outfits are horrible in there.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
it's
it's
just
good.
Well done. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So I like that.
Apparently,
idea.
that helped him get that job.
That's awesome. Dang it! Come on, luckies. Anyways,
well, obviously he probably knew somebody. Too,
yeah. And I guess also going with the standalone films, there's rumors going around that Lawrence Kasdan is going to be writing a Boba Fett film, standalone film. So we don't know if this is like the first or second or third standalone film. But, I mean, those kind of rumors have been going around a bit. You know, we've heard his ideas about a Boba Fett movie, how it should be, but I don't know. It's still a rumor at this point. It's not confirmed, so take it what you will. You know, he probably will write some sort of standalone film. Boba Fett, I don't know.
Yeah, and it's rumored that it's possibly pulling from a expanded universe storyline.
Okay.
Of Boba Fett. You know, because there was all those books about the bounty hunters.
Yeah.
During the original trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
So, which I think, if it took place then, I think that would be awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because obviously, I don't know I don't think they're gonna bring him back after the Sarlacc.
No, I don't think so.
So I really think that there's tons of stories. Obviously, you can do either before Episode 4 or during the original trilogy. So that would be pretty awesome if they did something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But see, I wonder, you know, if they want to keep the continuity, they got to get what's his name, Tamara Morrison, to voice him.
Yes, they do.
They would have to. I mean,
yeah, and put him in the suit. Why not? You know, or Daniel Logan.
I guess. Yeah, true.
Probably
or
never see
Daniel
his
Logan.
face, but
that would be perfect if he did that.
Yeah. But that's pretty much it for the movies. I mean, there's a little. I'm not going to sit here and report on all the rumors because there's tons. But
no.
Yeah.
So moving on to TV, I guess the biggest thing we got after we recorded last week was, well, obviously what's happening now is Star Wars Weekends down in Orlando. That's been going on since I think it was like May 16th, and it's happening until June 17th or something like that. Mm-hmm. It's a full month Star Wars stuff going on. I guess the biggest reported news this past week is that the involvement of Billy D. Williams in Star Wars Rebels.
Right.
Now, it hasn't been confirmed whether or not he's Lando or not, but he is voicing a character in the show. Mm-hmm. you had mentioned, I think they released a clip, more of a clip, I think, from Star Wars Weekends.
Yeah, it's a brief little clip because there was like a promo video because Rebels is having a big appearance, at the weekends, and there's just like a short little clip of the character Kanan fighting some stormtroopers. It just looks really cool. Like we've said before, it feels like the original trilogy. Even the way they animate the lasers shooting out of the stormtroopers' blasters, like it looks like it came from Episode 4 because they are animated very differently. How the original trilogy and the prequel trilogy, like blaster lasers, like they look different, and this looks more like the original trilogy, which is really cool.
Yes, God, I can't wait till we get now. I don't know. I cannot remember. I should have probably looked this up, but aren't we getting like either like a mini movie or something like that before the actual series starts?
Yeah, it's on like the program schedule for the summer, like in July, I think. We're getting like a little mini movie, and I think it's just introduction episodes or like introducing the characters or something like that, like a prologue.
Kind of what they did maybe for the Clone Wars.
Yeah, like that movie or something.
Like that. Instead of theater release, obviously they're just doing it's
like a TV movie.
TV movie release, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So when we hear exactly on that, we'll talk about that.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's really it for Rebels.
Yeah.
Maybe you mentioned about what's that?
I was just thinking maybe we'll get more for those Star Wars weekends. Maybe when they continue.
The books.
Mm-hmm. Not much new regarding the books. I'm not sure. We might have mentioned this, but there was a excerpt from Heir to the Jedi that's been going around. It's
like the whole first chapter or something like that, isn't it?
It's a good part of the first chapter of Heir to the Jedi, and it's Luke kind of because the whole book's from Luke's point of view. And just if you can find it, we tweeted an image of it and some links to it. Give it a read. It's just cool. It's just exciting to read it because Luke is talking about his thoughts on Obi-Wan dying and his ideas of the Force and how he feels the Force. It's really exciting. It's just I am anxious beyond belief to read these books because they're just gonna be. It's hard. It's just gonna be amazing. I'm gonna be wowed by no matter what I read, because these books, it's just a new beginning and it's exciting.
Yes, and just to run down, kind of again the novels that we know of: Star Wars: A New Dawn by John Jackson Miller will be on sale September 2nd, 2014. So that'll be preceding the, I guess, official fall release of Star Wars Rebels. It is a prequel book, so it kind of tells the story of the original ship that's in there, and then how Kanan, I guess, met up with the pilot, I think is Hera. Is that right? I think. Yep. And then November 4th of this year, you'll get Star Wars Tarkin.
I'm very excited
by James Luceno. That is going to be phenomenal.
Yeah.
I think that is going to be awesome.
Yeah.
And then the book we were just talking about, Heir to the Jedi by Kevin Hearn. That is on sale January of 2015. And then March of 2015, Paul S. Kemp's Star Wars Lords of the Sith.
That's awesome.
That is going to be awesome. That's Palpatine and Vader kind of working together.
Yeah.
So right now, those are the 4 novels that are coming. Again, we will be picking up A New Dawn, and we will be reviewing that for you. I just cannot wait to dive into some of these books. And then on the other side of the books, the comic books, I am currently reading the Clone Wars series book about Darth Maul, about his which would have been a story arc in season 6 called Son of Dathomir. And the first book came out a few weeks ago that we talked about. The second book hasn't. I think it's coming out next. I think it's next week. And that is a 4-parter. So we'll continue to talk about that. But the Star Wars, basically the story about from Lucas's first draft, finished up last week. I actually stopped reading it.
Yeah.
Around issue 5 or something like that. It just really, I just really lost interest in it.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah.
So the whole series is out there if you guys want to go check that out. Eight issues. I'm sure there'll be a trade collected eventually if you want to wait for that. But again, the news on the books from Dark Horse, they are all ending in August. So right now you've got Star Wars, which is a book that we're really into by Brian Wood.
Mm-hmm.
The last issue 20, will be out in August of that storyline. You have some legacy storylines going on right now. They will end, and then you have a new series that started a couple months ago called Rebel Heist, and that will come to an end in August as well. So it's a little sooner than we thought, but the transition to Marvel will start in September.
Mm-hmm.
And again, next month, sometime in July, I think it's supposed to be a week before Comic-Con, that's San Diego Comic-Con, we are going to get announcement of the first 2 Marvel Star Wars storylines, comic book lines, and they are canon.
Yes. Great.
So we will let you know what those are as soon as we hear. Of course, we'll be tweeting them out and putting them on our Facebook page. Cannot wait to dive into those in September. So we'll look forward to that. Again, now, I don't know. I mean, if we go by what the article said earlier, that Star Wars A New Dawn is the first printed canon material.
Right.
This whole Darth Maul thing, I'm not sure if it's canon. I'm not sure if anything by Dark Horse is canon.
Yeah. I mean, they can go back and say, like, that was canon maybe, but you're right. I mean, judging from what Kennedy said, it isn't as of now. It is not. Did
you see something? I don't know if this was last week or the week before, but I think we failed to talk about it. I thought I saw something got released that something was confirmed to be canon that was previously printed.
Oh gosh.
Did you?
Yeah.
Was it like some? It was something to do with the Clone Wars, wasn't it? Like the comic strip or something like that, or?
Yeah. Well, okay. There are short stories in, I think it's like Insider magazine. Like there's like
that's right.
There's like
Insider, Star Wars Insider.
Yes, there are these. I believe it's that. Let me see if I can quickly find it. But yeah, okay. Star Wars Insider confirms that its short stories are canon. This is something that theforce.net found out. I mean, because it's like if you read Force the Insider magazine, there was just like this little bubble, this little circle inside of this little like actual thing. It was like a question. It just said like all of the short stories printed are part of Lucasfilm's new canon, and it's like I haven't read any of these short stories, but I don't know what it's about.
They're all Clone War based, right?
I think so. I'm gonna try to figure out this really quickly if I can, but
I'm just a little weary by that because unless I hear that it's from the story group.
Well, yeah. Well, here's something. I'm reading this little bubble that was inside the magazine. It says, like, quote, starting with the 2-part Blade Squadron story published in issue 149 and 150, fiction and Star Wars Insider is part of the new canon. So it's on everything. It's like a certain part. And maybe, I'm trying to find when this issue was released, maybe it like corresponds with the announcement of the new canon.
Right.
But let's see. I'm trying to, figure this out. Yeah, we should have looked at this a little before, but
I actually just remembered it. I didn't really even.
Yeah, I totally forgot about that.
I don't remember. Did you tweet that out? Or
I tweeted it out.
I read it. Yes.
Yeah, I tweeted it June 4th is when I retweeted it. Trying to find though when these issues come out, and I can't. Let me see. Okay, the issue. What issue is this? 150 came out. Was it this month? That doesn't make sense. But I guess it's relatively recent. So I think this is like a really new. This is like a new development. Like when that came out, like that was its newest issue. So I think the June issue, I think, is when they officially start being canon.
Yeah, I think this month is Star Wars Insider 150.
Yeah. So
what issue did it say that started? 147?
149.
149.
Oh,
so it's brand new.
Yes. So I guess it is brand new. So not every single short story that was written. It just says
prior to that, it wasn't.
Correct.
Oh, okay.
So starting with the 2-part Blade Squadron story, which started in issue 149 and issue 50, all the fiction in Star Wars Insider is part of the new canon.
Okay, I want to dive into that. So
yeah, we're going to
because I have to figure it out. Yeah, I'm going to figure out how to get Star Wars Insider now. Now that's a magazine, so we didn't really talk about that genre.
There you go, new platform.
I guess that would that fall into books?
Yeah, it's fiction,
comics,
so
probably books, right?
Published. We can
publish material. Yeah, we can do published.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay. So we'll read that. Okay, yeah. Yep. So I'm looking at a post here. Star Wars bits. Star Wars Insider Stories are canon. Mm-hmm. So interesting. Yeah, I was wondering whether or not that was like it was like an older magazine that they're confirming is now canon, but that makes sense if it's new. Mm-hmm. Then that would make sense. Anything published now is supposed to be canon. So, but this is prior to A New Dawn, so it's possible that this Darth Maul thing is canon.
Yeah.
Filoni talked about how he had talked about that it was, but I don't know if Story Group actually officially said anything. But but anyway, we'll it is,
yeah, it looks like it's published.
We'll read it.
Yeah, absolutely. It's published by Titan Magazine. And
okay,
and I don't see really quick like how to get that.
I used to get Star Wars Insider.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, there you go. So there's some canon material you can already start reading. Pretty
definitely,
cool.
that's
so
awesome.
You can
so I'm gonna look that up. I'm gonna look that up. We'll have something to report on that next week for sure.
Yeah.
So that's really all the published stuff. Really, the next big thing is the game. E3 is going on right now in the gaming community. Mm-hmm. Basically their Comic-Con is E3 for the game side. A lot of announcements came from Xbox and PS3 or PS4 and Nintendo, but I guess the main Star Wars announcement is that we got a trailer, a new kind of trailer, and it wasn't a game trailer.
Yeah.
It was more of a behind-the-scenes look at Battlefront, which, God, unfortunately, it's not coming out for a while.
Yeah, man.
I don't think there's even a release date yet for it.
No, there is not.
Because it said that basically the end of this trailer thing was more to come spring of 2015. But you can watch it right on StarWars.com. If you go to StarWars.com right now, the front page has a link to the trailer. It's on their YouTube channel. If you watch it, it's pretty breathtaking.
Yeah.
Because they talk about how they not only got a chance now, oh my gosh, the chance to walk through Lucas Archives.
I know.
And see all of the original models.
Yeah.
Holy cow. I mean,
Yeah.
So that's what they were able to do. They were able to take pictures and film all of these original models to incorporate it into the game. They went to the actual shooting locations, shot a bunch of footage and stock footage for templates, and oh my gosh, it is phenomenal looking. So I guess you're going to be going to Endor and to Hoth. Now, I never really played much of the Battlefront games.
Oh gosh, that took over my life.
Really?
That and the KOTOR games.
Yeah.
That was my middle school and early high school extracurricular activity.
Now, was the Battlefront games like campaign based?
Yes, it was. Yeah, pretty much. There
Okay.
was a storyline. More so in the second one than the first one. There was a storyline, but no, you are just fighting as the clone troopers, and then later, it goes after the Empire hits, you fight as the stormtroopers, and you if you get to fight as some of they call them the heroes, so you get to fight as sometimes a Jedi or a Sith, but it's all campaign. It's you get killed in the game, you respawn immediately as another just clone trooper. And you're taking over command posts, you're taking over planets, and it's just fun. It's a lot of fun. You can just play hours and hours, and they had online gameplay that was okay, but pretty good. My brother Corey, Koo and I would spend many hours up in the wee hours of the night playing these games, and it's just so much fun.
Well, I can't wait for this. I'm assuming it's going to be on Xbox, Xbox One. I'll be picking up an Xbox One here very shortly, I feel like, because they just reduced the price.
Yeah.
And they announced all these games coming out on it. This new, because they were really short on games last year when it came out. Mm-hmm. But this year they've got so many. And then plus I was all worried about Halo. Well, they just announced at E3 the Master Chief Collection, which is all 4 Halo movies from 360. They are going to be moving to Xbox One.
Awesome.
So I can get all the games again for Xbox One because I freaking love Halo. But yes, all of these Star Wars games, hopefully they will be Xbox One, and I will be getting them.
Yep. Done.
We shall be playing them.
Bought.
Got it.
Played it. Awesome.
All right, so in total, I guess that's really all the latest Star Wars news that's from all the mediums. Mm-hmm. Again, we will follow up on any mistakes we made or anything, and we'll get more on this insider stuff, and keep following us at Inside the Force on Twitter and on Facebook, because that's where we're going to be posting all the latest stuff. Book covers, whatever. We're doing it all. So, I guess and let us know your feedback on the new direction, because I don't see us really ever profiling anymore, because it's harder to do with all this canon stuff. But I think this will be a lot more informative and immerse you in everything Star Wars. Now, I do have to mention, we usually have mentioned Star Wars the card game on this show.
Right.
We will not be really talking about that because it's not really, canon oriented in a sense. It's more EU based. And plus we have another podcast that talks about Star Wars the card game.
Yeah.
Go listen to Star Wars TCG, StarWarsTCG.com. You can listen to us talk about all the cards in that game, strictly on that game, what comes out, what we're rules about it, what we're talking about with the game, and strategies and deck building, all that stuff. It's a great game. We're just not going to really focus on that on this show because we're all about the canon.
Yes, all about the canon.
Maybe that's what we should call the show.
That's all
about the canon.
All about the canon. All up in that canon.
All up in that canon. But of course, one thing we are going to stick to.
Yes.
And that's trivia.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Yep.
And that is trivia. So I got the book here. We are taking number 2286.
Okay.
This is going to be from...
I'm going to go grab my book since I have... You got your book, I got my book, so...
You got it, right? Yep.
So 20. So what is it again?
2286.
Okay.
2286, which is in the Return of the Jedi era.
Oh, okay.
2286.
2286.
What is the Condor Dragon's approximate wingspan?
Okay.
What is the Condor Dragon's approximate wingspan?
Gotcha.
5 meters, 10 meters, 3 meters, or 8 meters?
Okay. Condor Dragon.
Yeah. Don't know what that is. I know what the Krayt Dragon is.
Yep.
The Krayt Dragon is huge. But I don't know about the Condor Dragon. What are you thinking?
Give me. Let's see. I'm trying to think of some conversion and measurements here in my head.
Right. I'm gonna go with D, 8 meters.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with 8 meters. I have no idea what that is in feet. Really, I think it's longer than feet. Isn't meter longer than a foot? Or it's longer than a yard?
Well, they're about the same.
Yards and meters are about the same.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go. Maybe
Condor Dragon. I'll go B. Just it seems like an obvious
10
thing
meters.
to go like the biggest because it's a dragon, but I'll go with B.
5 yards. Okay, I'm actually gonna change and go half. I'm gonna go 5.
So is that A?
I'm gonna go A.
All right, Condor Dragon. I don't know what a Condor Dragon is. Dang it.
Me neither. So
Fart. All right.
I'm gonna select yours, B.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Here's B.
Oh
And
no.
the answer is C.
3 meters.
3 meters. So it was the shortest.
We got it all wrong.
Dang it.
Condor Dragon. Let me look that up.
So I was thinking because the Krayt Dragon is so big that
Yes.
this wouldn't be the biggest, but I thought
yeah.
it'd be maybe in the middle.
Yeah.
But I was wrong. And
I don't know.
is that? I don't know if we've seen it in the movie.
I can't picture where that's from. It looks like a.
Well, it's obviously
that's
probably.
No, that's not it. I was thinking of something else.
Is it an EU thing? Probably.
I guess so.
Might be an EU thing
It looks like it's on Endor. Let me see.
on Endor.
Yeah,
Yeah, it does say Endor.
creatures on Endor.
Oh, I bet you it was in the movie. It was in the Ewok
Shoot.
movies.
Yes.
Yes, it was in the Ewok movies.
My gosh.
So
That's not
yeah.
canon.
That isn't canon. Yeah, that whole book, Obsessed with Star Wars, probably isn't canon.
No.
But, you know,
Yeah, that's hilarious. All right, there you go.
we gotta still do
Yeah,
trivia, though.
that's tradition. Yeah.
It's tradition. So that puts me at 37 and 25.
Mhm.
Casey is 31 and 30 actually. So I think I got one more. Wait, let's see. Is that right? I got one more than you.
Yeah.
Actually, let's
Couple.
get you caught up then.
Okay. Another one?
Let's get you in one more.
All right.
All right. The next random question here is 2206.
Okay.
We're gonna get you caught up.
Well, might miss it, so who knows?
Well, I mean, we'll have the equal amount of questions.
Okay, gotcha.
Because I got one more than you.
2206.
2206. You there yet? Yeah.
Here we go.
Okay. Return of the Jedi, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who was Red Leader during the Battle of Endor?
The Battle
Wow.
of Endor.
Lando, Luke, Wedge, or Han?
Mm-hmm.
Who was Red Leader? Wow. I don't even know if I know this.
Well, I mean, I have my guess.
Ooh, wow. I'm interested to see.
I'm gonna
which one you're
I'm
going
gonna
with.
say. Oh, hold on. That's true.
Wow, I'm telling you, I think that's a tough question. I mean, obviously, it's obvious if you watch the movie right now.
Yeah. Red Leader. Red Leader. Because I have my guess. It seems like an obvious choice, but like I feel like going with something else. Hold on, give me a second. I'm gonna say Lando.
I'm gonna say Lando.
I'm going with A.
Okay. Here is so you're going with A?
Yeah.
Okay. Before I hit it, I don't think that's right.
I know.
But it's C.
It is Wedge?
It's Wedge. Yeah.
So was he not Rogue Leader? He wasn't Rogue Leader.
Well, I guess they switched from, because they were the rogues in Empire, but I guess they went to Red. For some reason, they went to Red, because I think Lando was Gold Leader.
Yeah, okay.
I think if I remember him saying Gold Leader and then Red Leader.
Yeah. Because I was going to say Wedge, but I was like, but wouldn't that be Rogue Leader?
Rogue Squadron? You're right. And I think at some point they went back to, because they were Red Squadron during episode 4, right?
Yeah.
Red 5, Red 3.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of Luke. But Luke wasn't in the Battle of Endor, nor was Han.
Yeah, and then they switched to Rogues when they were on Hoth for some reason. And then they went back to the Reds. I don't know if that matters if they're in space or they're in, I don't know. I don't know what that.
I'm an idiot. I'm a bad Star Wars fan. Whatever.
No, you're not. I'm telling you, that was a tough question because because it seems like Lando is obviously leading the squadrons.
Yeah.
But see, that's the thing is, if you remember in episode 4, the trench guys were a gold team.
Yes.
They were gold squadron.
Yeah.
So there's the ships are like different types, I guess. I don't know. That's tough that was a tough one. I feel for you there.
All right, thanks. Thank you.
Okay. Well, that'll do it for this week. Of course, you can watch or you can listen to us at InsideTheForce.com. All the episodes are right there. You can subscribe to us on iTunes. Mm-hmm. I know that some of you guys listen to us on Stitcher or TuneIn Radio. Go to at Inside the Force on Twitter. Follow us there. Inside the Force is also on Facebook. And I am DCottingham21 on Twitter. He is Kryptonian1138. We really appreciate you guys sticking with us, and we hope that what we're going to be doing now with this show is just filling you even more Star Wars knowledge on a weekly basis. I'm pumped.
I am too. Psyched.
All right. So, are you gonna do quotes now? We're not profiling anybody.
I got to do quotes still. I got to do it. So here's my quote for this week. I think it's fitting.
All right.
Here's where the fun begins.
Nice.
Yeah.
I might even call it that episode.
There you go. All right.
That might be the episode.
I did it.
That's a.
Yeah.
I was actually thinking of calling it A New Dawn.
Okay.
But I don't know. Maybe we go with
save that for when the book comes out, and
the book comes out.
Yeah, when we review the book.
Okay. So, but I gotta keep it. I think we gotta keep it still Star Wars themed in the sense where like all the titles are, very
a bright transition or something. I don't know.
Yes.
I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll get it.
Rise of a New Era. I don't know.
There you go.
That's kind of cheesy.
Yeah.
Well, all right.
Yeah.
It is Star Wars, though.
Yeah.
Thanks, everybody. We really, really appreciate everybody following us and talking to us. And tune in next week for episode 63.
Yes.
He's Casey Cooley.
Mm-hmm.
Goodbye,
everybody. Sorry.
I'm David Cottingham. Thanks for listening, everybody, and may the Force be with you.
This has been a production of the 21 Network. For more great podcasts, visit 21network.com. To view additional content, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/21network. Follow us on Twitter at 21network for the latest news and updates. The 21 Network, for the fan and all of us.